Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for the week of June 12th to the 18th, 2023. First card out you have is Spectrals. Beautiful. I don't think I've ever had this card come out before. And it says discernment, critical thinking, investigation, and insight. Okay. There's something that I feel like you have your eye on. I feel like you are just observing and paying attention to someone's behavior or something's behavior here. That's what it really feels like. And I almost see you kind of being in detective mode. And it could even be for a friend as well, like, something seems suspicious here. Let's investigate further. So that's really interesting. And I'm seeing you kind of gaining a lot of clarity just by being in this observational space. So a lot of people, they can ignore what others are telling them. Like if you start dating someone, for example, and they're literally telling you they don't want something serious. I've met so many people who hear that and it doesn't register in their head. And they kind of think subconsciously or just consciously, oh, well, if I just keep loving them, they'll eventually see my worth. And it's like, no, they literally told you what they want, okay? Critical thinking skills, listen to them, discern what they're saying through their words and actions. And I see you taking on that mentality. What is someone telling me based off of their words as well as their actions? We have self-love coming through, Leo. Beautiful. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. Wow. Yeah, and you know what? I do feel for some of you that there is a connection here between observing someone's behavior and taking on more self-love, more self-respect. So for some of you, and we'll get into the tarot and maybe this will illuminate more, it just seems like a situation where you're like, you know what, your actions, words, and behaviors may not necessarily be aligned with what I'm looking for, and you're showing the self-love, self-respect to kind of distance yourself from that situation. Also, I'm seeing self-love here by not making other people's problems your problems. That is something that is so hard for some of us healers, lovers, and teachers of the world. Other people's problems are not your problems. You don't have to solve every issue for your friend, for anyone really. I mean, unless you're being paid to do it, you shouldn't take on that responsibility. And by having that boundary there, it's just ultimate self-love. And I see you kind of taking that on and having more peace because of it. We have the door to romance opening, Leo. Okay, all right, I see you. The number 33 here, repeating threes show creative expansion. It shows things moving forward in life, things changing in a creative direction. So that's really exciting. I'm excited to see your tarot cards. And it's almost like once you start showing yourself respect, you stop putting up with unacceptable behavior. That's when love enters. True love enters. When you start, respecting and loving yourself. The Empress is coming through as your first card. Okay, I see you. This is really abundant. Your manifestation power is extremely high this week. Didn't I say that last week too? Also, there's just so many blessings that are about to be born into your life. We see her here pregnant with the world, and I feel like there may be multiple projects, multiple areas of your life right now that you're working on, and it's gonna show really big returns, really big blessings. Okay, multiple areas of your life. I feel that very strongly. Some of you guys might have been working to save money up, while also working to be eating healthier, while also working to, be more emotionally regulated, while also working to become a better friend, a better lover, while also working on self-love, healthy boundaries. It's like there's so many different areas of your life that are just you're setting up the foundations needed for success, needed for these beautiful blessings to come through. So I see here you're on the precipice of big change. Second card out is the Six of Swords. You're heading towards calmer waters, bigger peace, okay? You're no longer making other people's problems your problems. And overall, the first two cards out in this reading, I gotta say, it feels like you're heading in a really positive direction. It feels like you are headed to better things in life, and you're self-directing this. I feel like this is your conscious energy. You're consciously deciding to experience a better life, to make changes that are required, to kind of move your life forward. Third card out is Justice in reversed. Okay, so I definitely want to see the card that comes out underneath this, because Justice reversed to me, I'm not going to say it's a scary card, but it is a card that shows being betrayed, being treated unfairly in some way. So I feel like it's important to see the card underneath this to kind of paint the story of that. But the card next to this was the Six of Swords, which is a card of healing. It's a card of moving on. We see here she's on this boat alone, pushing herself to calmer shores, and she looks a little broken. She looks a little tired. And to me, it could be like, especially in a love situation, for example, you may be coming from a place where you did all the work, you didn't get a return of action, love, blessings that you gave. It could even be in friendships, it could be in work, putting in all this work, not making enough money back, constantly hosting these beautiful dinners and events for your friends. They never return the favor. They show up to the dinner empty-handed. It's that type of situation where it's like, what you give is not being returned back to you, but it's right next to the Six of Swords. So I do wonder if this is a situation that you're already aware of and you're practicing. You're trying to teach and train yourself to not accept that anymore, but it's still heavy on your mind. Some of you guys might be still getting over a situation where you were treated unfairly, and it's difficult, but we'll see what else comes out and get more clarity on that. Fourth card out, we're now in the second row, 3 rows of 3, 9 cards. The Two of Wands, beautiful. There's a new project, a new relationship or beginning happening for you. Some of you guys are also planning for travel, planning to see more of the world, and it's very much in this planning energy. So you might be buying plane, train, bus tickets, or hotel reservations. Or if you're starting your own business, you're writing up a business plan, you are kind of figuring things out with that. If you're making a move, you're saving up your finances, you're packing your bags, you're in the planning stages of something really big, a big manifestation here, and you're taking it seriously, so it's wonderful. Center of your spread is the Eight of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords right behind, or right underneath, there we go, the Six of Swords, so like that. And, I'm just feeling here like you're already consciously aware that you have to be in your self-love energy. You have to be upholding these boundaries. You can't go back to the past. You can't go back to the person, place, or thing that is not treating you fairly, but that doesn't make it any less painful, okay? A part of you wants to stay in that comfort zone. I can see that for sure, and it's human, it's natural to want to stay in your comfort zone, but sometimes that comfort zone is toxic, and it could be draining, it could be tiring, it could be uncomfortable to choose better, healthier options for yourself, but that's just what you're gonna have to do this week. I don't know what else to tell you. It doesn't even have to be this big dramatic thing. Like if you just always, ate so much sugar and junk food and that's what you're used to, it can be really challenging to change your palate, to switch over to a healthier lifestyle. It may not be what you most want to do. It may even be a little bit tiring to go out of your comfort zone to do that. But so I do see something like that happening for you this week, where you may have less energy because your energy is being directed into kind of expanding your comfort zone into a healthier place. But expanding it does require you to go out of your comfort zone. Going out of your comfort zone is always going to be a little bit draining. It's always going to be a little bit tiring. Learning a new skill, taking on a new habit, a new way of living, that takes a lot of energy. But once it's a part of your comfort zone, that's when it becomes like second nature, Like to me, for example, healthy eating is second nature to me, but it was not always like that. I had to change my taste buds, change my palate, and kind of go out of my comfort zone. I had to do this whole 30-day sugar cleanse, which was really hard for me. And so I see you in similar energy where it's like you could be uncomfortable upholding these boundaries, going out of your comfort zone. Same thing could happen with love. Like if you have a recent ex, that is your comfort zone, and everything within you might want to reach out and stay with them and keep them in your life. But it's like you're already consciously acknowledging that that's not the best path for you, that's not the healthiest path for you. And so it can be uncomfortable not to reach out to them. It can be uncomfortable not to do that. So that's just what happens. Sixth card out, so this is underneath the Justice card in reversed, so this will give us some more insight. You have the Hierophant. Okay, this is actually a pretty good card. I see you here. The Hierophant is a card about taking the traditional path in life. It's a card about following a very logical steps here. Also, the Hierophant shows a really good mentor or teacher. This is the spiritual teacher, the high priest, okay? This is someone like a religious leader, a teacher, a therapist, someone who guides you on the right path. It could even be like a good dad figure, okay? Right underneath Justice in reversed. So to me, I feel like you have someone really awesome in your life who is giving you wonderful advice on how to get over this situation, Justice reversed. So for example, if this is a literal legal situation that you are in where you were treated unfairly and you are trying to get back what you deserve, then this shows having a really awesome lawyer who genuinely wants the best for you and wants to help you get over this, get through this. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Someone treating you unfairly, and then someone being a great mentor and guide to help you through this, okay? It could even be like if you had an ex that treated you unfairly, this could be like your therapist trying to keep you on the right track and not go back, even though Eight of Swords, center of your spread, that's all you want to do, or, if you've been treated unfairly, all you want to do is slash that person's tires and egg their house. This is a really good friend saying, listen, this isn't worth going to jail over. Like, keeping you in check, essentially. I see a really good guide for you. If you are thinking about taking on some type of professional help, I would highly recommend doing that this week. So therapy, psychiatry, lawyers, financial advisors, accountants, whatever help you were thinking of getting, I recommend doing it. So this is someone who is more knowledgeable than you in a certain area of your life that you could use some extra help in, okay? So go ahead and hire those people. If you have the funds, definitely recommend doing that. It will be a great investment. Seventh card out for you are now in the third row. You have the Ace of Wands, a brand new start, and you know what? This is those doors to love that I see opening. Also, I don't know why this card always kind of looks like a vagina to me. So I do wonder if there's some more sensual energies going on for you, even if you're not into the... I just see here lots of romance, some spicy, fiery times for most of you, I would say. Doors to romance are opening, so this is a good sign for my single Leos out there, my dating Leos out there. We see a brand new, passionate beginning. Now, if you're not into love right now, or you're really in an established relationship that isn't heavily on your mind anymore, this can also, to me, be like a new passionate beginning that opens the doorways to that love again. So, for example, like, if you are planning this huge trip to go travel and see the world, or like move, it almost re-sparks your relationship. So whenever I do love readings, I love looking at it from the perspective of single people, dating people, and then established relationship people, because, something that's not talked about very often is if you're in a long-term established relationship, you're probably not getting readings on that person anymore. You're past the wild phases where you don't know if you could trust them or not, like what's on their mind, what are they thinking. In a long-term relationship, you're just so telepathic with that person by now, you don't need to get readings on them anymore. And I see if you're in that situation, this is coming through as that person, and your sparks of romance are being reignited because of something else passionate in your life. So they say, how can you keep the passion alive in a relationship? Because it naturally dies down. But to me, it's like you shouldn't only source your passion from relationships. And I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong, because they feel like they're not passionate with someone anymore. And really it's just that their own life as an individual is boring, okay? So, and then they become like a serial monogamist, you know, like breaking up with someone because it's not passionate enough, and then finding someone else to be passionate with. And then of course time goes by, it's going to get less passionate. And it's like, just find passion in your own self, okay, your own life, and see how different it is, because constantly restarting relationship is, that sounds like my worst nightmare. Like, I hate that. I honestly cannot stand dating. I cannot stand meeting new people. Like, I am definitely a long-term person. Friendships, relationships, everything. Like, I enjoy being comfortable with people. I get relationship anxiety, or I simply don't care enough to actually answer people back in the beginning stages. So it's like, when you find that passion, that spark within your own life, that's what keeps passion alive in connections as well. And so it's like, if you just become really stagnant, stuck in your comfort zone, I don't know, it kind of affects your relationships negatively too. So do something that you feel really passionate about. I see you starting something you feel passionate about. If you're single, this is also very strongly indicating a new passionate relationship coming through for you that you feel strongly about. And you're going to attract this person. Or if you're super duper single, you have no prospects, there's also a message in here as well that says you will attract someone when you are in your passionate energies, because passion attracts passion, law of attraction. So like, and I can say this hands down, the most attractive people in the world are people who have passions, people who are really into something, you know, whether they're into music or art or their career, or if they're like obsessed with their business. Or what is your thing, Leo? What is the thing that you are obsessed with, that you are passionate about? When you have that passion in your personal life, you will definitely attract someone else into your life. And sometimes, honestly, I feel like relationships tend to fail when one or both people don't have their own passion. You become so obsessed with sourcing your happiness, your passion from relationships, that it causes issues, because that's unsustainable. You can't rely on passion in external people. You know, you can't just rely on your partners for 100% of your happiness, you know? Like, reading tarot makes me happy. I don't need anyone in my life to make me happy if I have tarot, you know what I mean? Obviously you need people in your life, but it's like, if everyone in my life is busy and I'm alone, instead of sitting there stewing about it and being miserable, I can just make videos and read tarot, and I'm happy, I'm passionate, and I'm excited. So having something like that makes you way more attractive as a partner and restores passion to your relationship anyways, keeps it going. Or some of you guys may simply just be attracting a new passionate relationship, because beginnings of relationships that you're really into are passionate. So there's that. Passion nonetheless. That's what I would say. 7 of Cups is coming out for you. This is kind of a lot on your plate. What should I focus on? There's so much to do. There's so many different areas of your life that you're trying to grow right now. It just feels like, what do I focus on? My advice for you would be not to spread yourself too thin, okay? And try to keep prioritizing, hardcore prioritize, definitely. Final card for you is the Page of Swords. This also came out for Aries, okay? We're seeing learning, inspired, new interactions and ideas. Pages are something very new. It's something that is new to you, a new person, a new project, or a new idea is what I would say, a new direction in your life that is coming through. Notice these birds here are kind of guiding her. I see there's like a new pathway opening up for you, a new future opening up for you. And you're very easily overcoming challenges when it comes to this path through very traditional, because it came out under the Hierophant, traditional means. So for example, if there's issues in a new relationship, literally reading books on relationship, or getting a relationship therapist, talking to your mentors about it. Very traditional way to deal with issues, and you're doing it. I feel like your mind is one of your greatest assets here. And I don't know, I just see new passionate beginning coming through for you. So enjoy it, guys. Thank you for joining me. Like this video, comment your thoughts and feelings down below. Tell me how this resonated for you. I love reading the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Share with friends and family, you know, see what's up with them this week. If you want the fullest overview of your week ahead, watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box at spiritpsychic.org. Bye-bye.